Oh, Tuesday. Welcome. If you're here joining, if you got your tea, enjoying the journey as best as possible. If you are feeling like the title of this message here, like your brain is just exploding, then you came to the right place. And you are not alone. And we're just here to learn how to enjoy the journey together as we are exiting the matrix. So take a sip of tea, got my mango ginger, yerba mate, mixed with a berry mint, chamomile, and a citrus detox, all collaborated because that's what I'm feeling inside. And need a little bit of energy, but a little bit of calm to calm it down, chill it out. Need some detox to clear it out, and a little sweetness to make this journey just enjoyable enough to carry on. Cheers to that. So, you know, last week we were, it was quite a week. Um, P.S. Shouts out to, before I get started, shout out to the platforms that I'm on right now. I'm on live on YouTube and on Instagram. So thank you for being here. And thank you for liking and subscribing. If you haven't already done so, feel free to be a part of the Soul Tribe as we awaken to the experiences of conscious love as we heal the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind in the journey on the road to conscious love. And as we are doing that, like I was getting ready to say about last week, these full moon energies, these full moon, not just full moon, all of the retrogrades, the pre Mercury retrograde shadows, as well as the full moon, the second full moon in Capricorn, as we move right into Leo season. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But it's beautiful because we are transcending out of old habits and cycles and timelines and toxins and karmas. And we're moving into our truest, authentic power, our highest timeline, our most vibrant of beauty, of self. And that's where, if we just can remember that that's what this journey is about, that is where we can continue to move as hard as it is, as everything feels. Welcome on everyone who is coming through. Harley Gazer says, yo, there's someone directly behind you. Is there? Who's that? I don't see anyone behind me. You talking about my family? Yeah, that's mi familia. Amir Dolly says, hi. Hello, welcome on. Death Warrant says, hi from LA. Welcome on. Thank you. Harley Gasser says, I feel the energy. Yes, the energy is all around. The goat says, oh, you look like an ancient angel. Thank you. I feel like a spiritual warrior right now. That's what I'm feeling. So I'll take it all. Harley Gasser said, just dropped like 8 tabs, man. Okay. Well, you about to have a journey, that's for sure. If this message resonates with you, Harley, as we move into the energies of the collective, of the tarot, of the divine feminine, masculine, from spirit, Lemuria, all the goods, all the ancestors, all the counsels of our guides, of our guardians, of our angels are going to be here speaking tonight. Feminine here has 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So feminine is in a space of moving towards ascension, moving towards union, moving towards that 1111 gates to heaven, right? And we are all here to do that as well. I'm reading some of the comments, and some of them I can't respond, or if I don't really necessarily feel the need to respond, deaf warrant, give me action. So I don't know what that necessarily means. The action I give is the action I give. If it's not enough for you, deuces. And the goat says you got that good energy from the universe. See, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. I don't know what action you need, but the action I got is from the universe. Okay. If you with it, you with it. Bayesian Williams TV says English or Spanish. English. I do. My español is muy mal. I try, pero to not hurt myself, I will stay with English for now. Maybe Spanglish a little bit. Um, but look at where this masculine, this feminine energy is in that magician state. She's manifesting that Four of Wands, that 11 gates of heaven, that union with her soul, with divine. And yes, in order to get there, you have to get out of the matrix. You have to go within. You have to hermit a bit. You have to isolate so that you can integrate. And if you're feeling a lot of that from this past week, that is your soul upgrading. One of the biggest downloads that I had last week, that spirit wanted me to make sure I shared while retracting my energy. That's why we didn't have a Teens Road Tuesday live last week. It was very small and couldn't even hear what I was saying, because the download that I had the next day for my daily divine message was about how this human experience is very similar to, to technology when it comes to upgrades, right? When it comes to phones. I used to work for a cell phone company, and so we used to always talk about how, or we would always, do phone upgrades, or people would come in being like, "Why my phone don't work?" Right? And having to figure that out. But the main thing that Spirit wanted to make sure, and I spoke on it last week, so you can look at my daily divine messages from the recap of Teens Road Tuesday last week, as I believe the title was "Spiritual Ascension is like a software upgrade." And it's true. Sometimes your phone, it's gonna glitch out, because if the phone itself is too outdated, then the software updates that come through aren't gonna be able to hold in that phone. So it's either gonna glitch out, it's gonna shut down, it's gonna crash, and you're gonna have to get a new phone, or you have to get a software update until so that the apps and stuff inside will stop glitching. So you have to, and when you're going through a software update, right? The phone itself can't even work. The phone itself has to be shut down, shut off, and plugged in, right, on Wi-Fi. So we have to, as spiritual beings having this human experience, have to kind of similarly treat our spiritual ascension, our spiritual process, and this human experience as the same, as we're integrating the spiritual space into this 3D world, into this physical world. We have to plug in. We have to plug into the universe, plug into spirit, plug into divine. We have to get on Wi-Fi, get tuned in, right, to our ancestors, our angels, so that we can hear those messages that they want to say and speak to us, so that we can hear the next step of where we need to be guided. No one can tell us where to go. We can only hear that message within. And the Capricorn full moon that we just had, the second one we had this season, right? The second Capricorn full moon was all about reevaluating how the first Capricorn full moon, as well as the last 6 months since Capricorn season, has been shaping the direction of our life, and what we're willing to work towards away from in order to really stand in our truth, and in order to really take back and reclaim our authentic power. And it's really hard, y'all. It's not easy. We can go through days and you can go, it's going to be like this. But being that spiritual warrior is about being able to, even if that means having to call a friend, call your mom, you know, call a popo. No, I'm just kidding. If you have to journal, if you have to cry, if you have to put yourself on D&D for a minute and just say, "Do not disturb me." Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not responding all day, all week, whatever the case is. If you need to take 4-hour baths, if you need to go on a hike and or get out of town to go on just like a road trip to clear your head, whatever you have to do at this time so that you can download the upgrades that are coming through on to your spiritual blueprint. If you feel what I'm picking up, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, okay? So, my channel, my messages are very, very high, highly spiritual, highly, I don't know what people call them, but it can sometimes can be really, really wooey, but also extreme. I try to make it human. I try to make it as humanly accessible and digestible as possible. But I'm just channeling the vibrations, the frequencies of what spirit has to say for me, and it's taken a long time to really trust and believe and hear that. Um, So, like I said, collective, if you feel like your brain is on fire, if you feel like the insides of your body are turning inside out, if you feel like you are completely shifting, moving, upgrading, crawling out of your skin, then you're not alone because what you're doing is balancing, you're tempering, like this Coco Chanel. The divine feminine energy within us all is always balancing, is always shifting and alchemizing. That's what this temperance card is about. Alchemizing the energies that come in, the energies that are from external as well as the internal habitual habits, habitual gremlins, habitual toxic limiting beliefs that make you feel disempowered, that make you feel like you lack. You have to, we're balancing that. It doesn't make you weak if you share this with someone that you're feeling, someone that you can confide in, someone that has that spiritual strength to recognize that you are going crazy, you are ascending. Welcome on. Is it Noi? Noi Samuel? You said, damn, the sexy ones are always the crazy ones. Well, it's just, spirit just put a little extra work into us, okay? We just a little bit extra tuned in, tapped in, turned on. That's all. Call it what you want. Yeah, I mean, that's hilarious. That is really funny. I just feel like when Divine puts a little bit of extra time into the sauce, Divine's gonna put a little bit of Divine into the sauce and call it crazy or call it divine. Depends on who's drinking the Kool-Aid. No, he says you good. Thanks. No, it's true though. We can. Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of this frustration around being having to show up a certain way, right? With this Four of Pentacles, Divine Feminine here is feeling like she's got to protect her values, protect her um, just what makes her valuable. That's what I'm hearing. Protect who she thinks she has to be, how she thinks she has to show up. And that can really cause, again, some of that feeling of what is the most valuable? What do I really value here? You know? So, for instance, she's packing light, right? She is got her suitcase. Maybe some divine feminines are traveling. Maybe you're ready to travel. Maybe you're going on retreats. Maybe you're just getting out of town so that you can get out of your head. But whatever the case is, you have these Four of Pentacles. The four is for balance and stability, right? And you want to be cautious and you want to protect those goods because those are your goods. Hi, Fatima. You said, I want to know about my ex. Noe says, nah, I know what you do is real, but I don't think we should mess with the spiritual like that. But do you? I don't think I'm messing with it. I think I'm channeling it. I think I'm listening to it and tuning into it and allowing the frequencies of its language to communicate through me. It's no different than a preacher who is speaking the word, in my opinion, but everyone has their own. It's being able to understand and hear. It's when if you're an artist and you speak and you channel your artistry through music or dance or painting or poetry. Um, it's the same kind of download from spirit. It's just channeled in a different way, in my opinion. I also am a dancer, I also am a singer, and I also am a writer. So those are different ways that I like to also channel. But growing up, those were ways that I channeled, but I still felt like there was a part of me that was unheard because I was protecting the part of me that I felt was weird or crazy or just a little bit different than everyone else. Like I never really fit in to a room. It didn't matter how many people had the same skin color as me. It didn't matter how many people had curly hair. It didn't matter how many people, used the same kind of, you know, language. It always felt like I was speaking a different language, and it was because I was speaking from a frequency that was more tuned in with spirit, that was more from spirit, and it was not particularly understood because it wasn't of this like physical 3D, you know, shallow kind of way. So that's how I feel about that question. Fatima Ansari said, "Can you do a reading for me?" So I'm doing a collective reading right now. I'm not really doing personal readings at this moment in this reading. I do offer personal readings, so if you would like to book a personal reading, I know you said you want to know about your ex. So the kind of readings that I offer are more of how you can tap into your own highest spiritual self, not necessarily about the external. Now, I do believe in divine love. I do believe that if you feel that you are activated by divine love, or if you resonate with the twin flame journey and things like that, then there are directions and there are, I don't want to say advice, but there's some things that spirit likes to guide through me about that journey. And a lot of it has to do with being able to awaken to our highest self. A lot of people aren't ready for that because love, because the human desire for love can be so strong that we're so obsessed and focused on the external. And so my journey has been around releasing that obsession and that kind of addictive behavior of wanting to know what they're doing so much and learning how to channel it, pull it in, and recreate it, to into to your highest self is what I'm learning. Fatima said, I saw some people doing reading by reading names. Is it true that we can do it? I saw some people doing reading by reading names. Is it true that we can do it? Is it true that you can do a reading by reading names? Um, well, I feel like readings are based on energy, not necessarily names. So names do hold energy, though. So yes, perhaps, yes, I do believe you can do readings based on energy without a name, based on names themselves with the energy included, based on it just depends on what your intention is. So yeah. So I'm gonna carry on. Spirit just told me to tune in and let's do some sage so we can set the intention for today's reading as well, because I like to go through all of the energies from the divine feminine to the divine masculine collective to the full collective as one, and messages from spirit as well as messages from Lemuria and some next step actions that we can take and some T formations. Um, so I want to make sure that we get all that as well. And I love answering your questions and your feedback as well. So thank you so much for being a part of this co-creation. Um, Noy says, I don't doubt your psychic gift. The Bible speaks about it, so that's why I believe it. Amen. Fatima says, what keeps you motivated? That's a great question. What keeps me motivated is love, is the first word that came to mind. Love, conscious love, love the the the, the frequency that we all are. We all are manifestations from the frequency of love, and that is what keeps me motivated. That is why I believe that it's my mission here to heal the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. That is why I believe that Spirit has created for me to be a channeler and a messenger of divine conscious love. That's what keeps me motivated. Because if I didn't have that motivation at the end of the day of the frequency of love that my essence is, that our essence is, then I don't think I would be able to make it through how crazy this world is. Listen, we ain't crazy. The world is crazy. That's my opinion. We are not crazy. The world is crazy. And when you push back on that matrix of the world and question these rules, these false expectations and standards of who you have to be in order to be lovable, it's very codependently based. Um, then you get called crazy, and I've had to really depart from that a lot, and I'm still learning how to fully depart from that. Fatima said that's really nice. Thank you. That was a great question. Thank you for asking. So you want to know what else is really nice, you guys? The feminine energy. The reason why she is really holding cautiously to everything that she values, that she holds value to, is and starting to, what I'm hearing is minimalize, what she needs. Maybe she doesn't need all the extra, all these, doesn't need all the extra stuff. Kind of just compartmentalizing and minimalizing the things that she really needs to carry with her on this journey. And that's because she's really in this space. Remember that Four of Wands that was at the bottom of the deck? Well, it came through again with the Hierophant and the Emperor. So, what I love about this is that now I always say, disclaimer, we all carry feminine energy and masculine energy within us. It's about the balance and our divine counterpart. If you are in a divine union or divine love and you do resonate with that frequency, then it's always important to bring it back because we are one. We're all one. So you and your counterpart are one, connected at one frequency. So the energies that you are feeling are transmitted through that energy as well. And the divine feminine energy, that the feminine energy that you carry within yourself, that is of energy, that is of thought, of conception, before, that is of the non-physical, and the masculine energy is of the physical. Welcome on if you just came on, Boris Bergman. Hello there to you. Hello. Yes, yes. As salam, akalam, alaikum, and shalom. Thank you. Namaste. I don't know what all that means, but namaste and ashe and welcome. How are you? Hello there to you. Hello, Boris. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And so, what I love about this feminine energy is that this Hierophant and the Emperor, the funny thing about these two is, namaste, Boris, thank you, um, is that they are both divine masculine energies, right? Even though, like I said, we carry it within. So, this feminine energy is embodying that masculine energy within themselves, herself. And feminine is not gender. I just say it for ease. Um, so, but here, the Hierophant, you can see that she is manifesting a life, a new contract on her life, larger than life. I think of the Hierophant as the Capricorn energy, because Capricorn is about tradition. Capricorn is about commitment and contracts, and they're the father of the zodiac. And we just had that Capricorn full moon, and so really embodying what lifestyle she's ready to. Maybe she's outgrowing this her home. Maybe you're wanting to move into getting a new leasing contract or mortgage, or just outgrowing your house, your home style, your lifestyle, so that you can now you see the peacock feathers. These peacocks are about just flamboyancy and showing out and being your most beautiful self. Some people consider it as pride, but I see this as really showing up, not afraid, not pride in a bad way, but pride in a way of, I love everything about me. I'm gonna live larger than life. You see, she's got her little tiara, her little crown. She's taken back her throne, is what I'm hearing. So, and ready for a new contract on life, right? Ready to celebrate, ready to live her life to the fullest, her best life is what I'm hearing, regardless. And here's that emperor energy, regardless of the chaos that's going. Look, this looks like the emoji in my title. Regardless of the chaos that's going on behind her, a volcano could be erupting and she is still staring life dead in the face, not afraid. Not afraid. That's the emperor, the protector. She is protecting over her empire, right? And also, she's embodying that creation, that fruition, that bringing it into the 3D physical standpoint, as the emperor, as the masculine energy does, right? And I also do see this, if you are, you know, in a love connection and a divine connection, that this is also merging. The feminine energy is merging with the masculine energy, is feeling that energy of the masculine so that it can come into union. I always think of the four wands as ascending. You're raising your vibrations, like the 1111. You might be seeing 1111, right? Gates to heaven, making a wish so you can dance and be with your people, your person, your tribe, your soul tribe. That's what I'm hearing. Really beautiful. Now, here to kind of explain a little bit more too, she is still going through some of that grief because when you step out of the life, that when you outgrow your old life, your old timeline, your old lifestyle, the habits, the people, it's kind of like wearing, like when you grow up and your shoes and your clothes just don't fit anymore and you're like, damn it, it's my favorite shirt, mine's my favorite shoes, but they're just like squeezing your, like, not all the right places, right? And it's just like I have to let it go. I have to let it go. I no longer, I can't fit in this house. I literally cannot fit in this house. She's standing on top of that house. And when you do that, you have to let go. These are the 5 stages of grief, the 5 of Cups. You have to allow yourself to let it go, to release. But the 5 stages of grief, you don't get to acceptance by just saying, I want to accept. You get to acceptance by allowing yourself to go through the stages of grief, of denial, of anger, of uh, bargaining, of, depression. And then you get to the 5th stage of acceptance. But that shit's hard, right? You see how she's looking at these 3 cups. She's she's worried about these 3 spilled cups. But what is she forgetting over here? What is she not even acknowledging over here? These 2 cups. 2 of Cups is that divine union, is that soul contract with your divine love, right? It is that equal partnership, that equal give and take, that equal, whether that's with a relationship or with a job, maybe, if you're, whatever is emotionally receptive for you, whatever is emotionally fulfilling for you, these 2 of Cups are right there waiting if you just turn around and shift your perspective, but also honor your journey and honor your process of healing, of grief. We try to force ourselves, we try to push ourselves, we try to make ourselves grow and hurry up and do that software update, but you cannot force your phone to have a software update, right? It's not just because you want to talk on it doesn't mean that that software update is going to be done anytime soon, right? Sometimes you have to completely, and depending on where you are in that grieving process, if it's a space where your entire life is, you got to shift that. It's like not even a software update at this point. It's a whole new phone, right? Shit's crashing, right? Hi, Mama Nia, Makeda, Jashe, right? If things are crashing down, you know, then you have to allow yourself to be able to experience and go through that and feel it. Amy, hi, welcome on, welcome. Thank you for being here. So that you can acknowledge these 2 cups, because when you do acknowledge these 2 cups, this is where the feminine moves into that beautiful Queen of Pentacles, of bountiful fruition, of abundance, shifting out of, Mama Nia, you're going to love this because we were just talking about this today when I had to call out to you and be like, Mom, the gremlins, Mom, right? It happens. It doesn't matter. You have to allow it. But when you do let yourself go through those periods of grief and you move into that space of acceptance, you are releasing that lack mentality, that that I am not enough, that this is not enough, that I can't be okay, right? When I was doing my transmuting, meditation and just transmuting experience after work, I had to go. I just took a shower, and a lot of times what I like to do when I don't have time for a long meditative bath, because I'm a water baby, okay, I'm a mermaid, and I love sitting in the bath, but if I don't have that time, I'll take a shower and I'll just let the water pour and cleanse and clear. And if I have Epsom salt, I'll pour some Epsom salt in my water and in a cup, and I'll fill it up with water and I'll pour it over me, over my head, and I'll visualize that I am being protected and cleansed and cleared from all of the energies of all the people I'm on. I speak to and help people who are the most vulnerable of every day. dozens and dozens and dozens every day, and that energy does transmit through the phone. It does. Energy escapes, is not time bound, is not space bound, right? It transcends all time and space. And so having to allow the empath and sensitive person in me to not get so caught up in all of this. I can't watch the news. I can't watch the politics. I can't watch horror films. I can't watch things like that because I embody it. Instead, I have to do my best to transmute. And what I kept hearing Spirit say, my higher self today say in that shower was, it is okay. It was a very, very Queen of Cups, really, but Queen of Pentacles kind of has that Empress vibe as well. It was very, very nurturing. It was very, very compassionate. That radical acceptance of allowing yourself, granting yourself permission to give, to pour into, to love yourself, to nurture everything you're feeling. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel, upset. It's okay to feel embarrassed. It's okay to feel lonely. It's okay. Whatever it is that comes up, it's okay to feel heavy. I think sometimes we need to give ourselves permission that that is also okay. Especially when we live in a world that says if you have an abundance of fruit, if you have an abundance of happiness, if you have an abundance of spiritual contentment, if you have an abundance of love, you're going to have envy. So you should really protect yourself and not tell anybody about how happy you are because you're going to make me feel bad, right? Like that's, again, very, very codependent kind of way of like showing up in this world, right? But feminine says no. It's okay to live bigger and better and expand my presence here in this world. It's okay to shine and be loud and flamboyant and sparkly and happy. It's okay. It's okay. Mama Nia says, so glad to find you in your zone. Well, you can always find me in my zone when I'm pulling cards. It's when the cards are out of my hand sometimes where the human comes through and the gremlins be trying to. That's again, that is this energy of walking away from the matrix. Walking away from the matrix, exiting the matrix is going. It's like that ego is gonna grip its nails because it's so possessive around that low vibrational energy because that's how you control. You control with fear, you control with anger, you control with jealousy, right? But when we release all that, when we allow ourselves to walk away from that, when we allow ourselves to realize that I'm still in this human experience as well, regardless of how tapped in, tuned in, turned on I am with spirit, I still have to let my human emotions feel because those human emotions are abundant just as well. If you can allow yourself, and I heard this really beautiful. I reshared it on my Instagram story, so you can follow me on Instagram Princess Leah 888. But it was this beautiful story, or just reminder that healing is not about not ever feeling or resisting or numbing the traumas. Healing isn't about, and actually, no, what the main message was, healing is not about being your most perfect self. Okay. She said, healing is not about being your most perfect self. Healing is about allowing yourself, accepting yourself even when shit is hitting the fan, even when the most bruised and broken and vulnerable parts of you are going crazy. Healing is allowing yourself to acknowledge and love those parts of that you feel ashamed of, those parts of you that you feel broken from, that is healing. Sitting in that volcanic eruption, allowing yourself to reflect on these Three of Cups. I just saw another message here with this Three of Cups of reflection on them. You see, with the water, water indicates reflection, and because we are in so many retrogrades right now, because we're in so many retrogrades with Pluto in retrograde through Aquarius, with Neptune and Saturn in retrograde through Pisces, with being in the pre-shadows of Mercury retrograde, which goes retrograde on August 4th, which is the new moon in Leo as well. There's a lot of reflection on how you can also live your fullest reflection on your tragedies, on your pain and adversities, and how you can heal them by accepting them as painful and big and ugly and whatever they might be, so that you can move into your most beautiful and strongest and brightest and flamboyant self. The word flamboyant keeps wanting to come through tonight, so that's funny. So that you can live in abundance, because you can't really feel abundance if you don't accept the parts of you that still feel like you're lacking. Yeah. So that's why the bottom of the deck for the feminine had some beautiful message to say today. That's why the bottom of the deck is this alchemizing, is this transmuting, rebuke and transmute. That's why we are sitting in our Coco Chanel of beautiful pearls, of being balanced on earth as it is in heaven, in the water on earth, in your feelings, and grounded at the same time, merging the energies, the good, the bad, the ugly, the hot, the cold, so that it can become warm and nourishing and healing. That's beautiful. Really beautiful, feminine. Thank you. So let's go ahead and move on to the masculine here. Since yeah, that's a good, we're at 43 minutes already. Jeez. Come on, Spirit. I really can't do a super long live tonight, okay? It's always the lives where I know we're making up a little bit for last week, but I did do an energy check-in for the full moon last Friday, and that was also kind of a Tantaro Tuesday makeup. So we'll have to let that go. Okay, a couple of cards for the masculine are trying to come through. Masculine energy here. Beautiful. Strength. Really moving in that strength space. Really trusting. And I love that this strength here is also very much kind of an alchemizing as well, because you see how this Empress, with the infinity sign, that infinite abundance, that infinite tranquility, infinite safe space. She's safe enough for this lion to feel vulnerable. She's got her hand in his mouth. He's like licking her hand. He's just adoring her, right? Like a little kitty, like a little puppy. Why? Because she's not controlling him. She's a safe space for him. She's a safe space of compassion, of love, of nurturing, of abundance, and it lets this lion feel like he can show up and show his emotions, show who he is without having to put on that armor of I am King Lion and I am the leader and I have no fear. It's like, no, you don't have to be like that for me, with me. You can just be you. Little child puppy kitty like you. And that's what I love about this strength card. And all that yellow for the solar plexus, for self will power, to have the will power and the discipline and determination and the pride in who you are. Yeah, wow, look at this. The masculine three cards came out was the Six of Pentacles, that Four of Wands, mirroring the feminine of the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands, or no, Ten of Wands, completion. So he's in a space of balance. He's in a space, he's ready to balance as well. This is kind of the minor arcana of justice because you see the scales, he's holding these scales here. He's learning how to give and also learning how to receive. But he's balancing scales, balancing, giving back is what I'm hearing, giving back to what was unfair, giving back to what was imbalanced. Um, the Six of Pentacles has been coming out a lot. Why? Because he's ready for this stability, this union. There's that 1111 gates to heaven. There's that ascension, raising your vibrations, raising your frequencies, raising your abundance. That's why there's this balance here, this reciprocity, this equal give and take. Because he's learning how to release the burdens. Perhaps, this was kind of like the message from the Tea and Tarot Tuesday makeup, the full moon energy check-in on Friday, because it was almost like this masculine. There's a masculine energy that I'm pulling, kind of, and if it resonates with you, then great. If not, that's okay too. But there's this masculine energy that keeps coming into this reading, and again, we all carry it within ourselves, right? So take it as it resonates. But it's like carrying this burden, the weight of the world. I'm hearing responsibilities that are not even really his to be holding. It's like responsibilities of family and parents and friends and work and career and it's just like, where is that time? But where is the time to balance his heart? Like, where's the time to balance what it is that, like, partnership? It's like he's been just giving and giving and giving back, and they don't have anything else to receive. They don't have anything else. They have nothing in their hands to give back. So it's almost like two stories where it's like, for some, maybe this is for different stories for different masculine energies, but maybe you're just giving, and that's where that burden feels heavy. And then you have also this story of, maybe you feel like you're just giving, and only receiving crumbs back. Working for pennies, working for crumbs, settling for things that are not quite as fulfilling. Like, they're just like, again, they're it's like they're in this poverty state, and they're just like, please, sir, can I have some more? Like, I don't have enough. I am completely not filled, not fulfilled, not fulfilled. And I need more, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing that is also someone saying that to spirit, like as a prayer. I need more. I'm not fulfilled. I need more. That's what I keep hearing. Because maybe the burdens, the weight of responsibilities of bills, right? How can you pay your bills if you were just getting crumbs? How can you pay your bills If you have children you're paying for that you're trying to raise, if you have your, your own business, I'm hearing too, just all these things that just feel like so heavy. How am I going to be able to sustain? That's what this collective is kind of moving away from, is learning to find balance in, right? To find fulfillment, to be able to balance it, right? What do you fully enjoy? What does fulfill your heart? What does bring you joy? How can you come into union with your highest self, of wishes, of love, of abundance, so that you can lay these burdens down? Because the 10 of wands is the end of the cycle, right? It's time to lay the burdens down. You're almost home. The weight of the world no longer is your responsibility, and you are allowed to give yourself permission, masculine, to release the weight of the world from your shoulders. And I'm hearing that as a mantra. I like saying that to myself as well. I release the need to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. Sometimes we feel like that is what our value is. That's what we're here for, is to just give, to just carry the weight. Yeah, look at that. Under the strength card is the 10 of swords. 10-10. Carry the cycle is ending. You are at the end of the cycle of all of this deceit and pain and heartache and karma and other people's issues, is what I'm hearing. Other people's karma. That's not your karma, is what I'm hearing. That's not your karma, masculine. It's time to decipher. That's why these scales are here. To decipher. That's why you're going within with this hermit card, to see the light, the truth, the wisdom within you, to see the light even when you're in cloaked around darkness, right? And you can only see within 2 or 3 feet around you. That's your truth. Because spirit is with you to help cleanse and clear this energy as you reflect, as you go within, so that you can celebrate with your soul tribe, so you can celebrate with your chosen family. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And come into stability, like the feminine, come into that stability and abundance. And then there's that justice card underneath that. Yep. I'm gonna stop looking, but the King of Pentacles is under that, and then the Two of Cups is under that. Okay, now trust your intuition, because you're right on track, is what I'm hearing. It just can feel really heavy when you have a lot of responsibilities. It feels like, where do I go? But that's that. Again, that's the disempowering thoughts that have been tearing you down, that you're releasing, those gremlins. That's the matrix that you're exiting, right? There's that 10-10 completion, exiting that matrix. That's right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the strength card just wanted to go back upside down. So having a little bit of doubt, a little bit of fear, and don't be discouraged though, masculine. I know it can feel really heavy. Don't be discouraged. I don't know if there's a song called "Don't Be Discouraged" or there's a song part in a song, but I just keep hearing "Don't be discouraged." Maybe I should write a song. Maybe that's a song in the making. Don't be discouraged. The strength is inside you. Feeling like some Madonna vibes right there. Some Shakira a little bit. Madonna and Shakira vibe put together. Yes. I can dig it. So let's see what's going on with the collective here. Let's let's go and see. Let's go and see what's the collective is feeling here. So, Six of Wands, victorious, feeling like you're ready to take on this victory, integrate this new world of victory. Yes, yes. Yeah, so you can come into this wish fulfillment, this emotional fulfillment, this self contentment, becoming content with yourself, becoming content with who you are. I just realized, I'm wearing this brown nail polish, and I just saw the Six of Cups as well, the sun. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because you might be feeling a lot of energy of like browns and blacks and grays and beige and neutral colors, because that is your energy neutralizing, like the feminine. That's your energy neutralizing all of the energy, transmuting and alchemizing, right? You mix the hot and the cold water, you make warm water. That's neutralizing. Also, the brown is that color of the earth star chakra, which is the chakra right before, underneath your root chakra. So that's the initiation into the chakra energy fields. We just completed our chakra healing series on my daily divine messages. So feel free to subscribe to my channel and take a look at my playlist as well if you feel called to. The daily divine messages from spirit. I also did create its own playlist of chakra healing series, so you could take a look at those. But damn spirit, sorry. But collective wants to speak. Speaking of which, the collective is in this tempering, balancing, alchemizing mode. We are integrating so that we can come into our Nine of Cups, our emotional fulfillment, our emotional contentment. We have to alchemize, no, integrate. But I guess you have to alchemize and then integrate. Yeah, our higher selves, our soul, our divine selves into this earth. And that can be really, really, really hard when we have everything feeling like it's working against us, if that makes sense. So all of these came out. They were in reverse, but I don't feel like reading them in reverse, so I'm not going to. Oh, I'm going to stretch my legs though. So we have the Five of Swords. Wow, lots to say. So we have the Five of Swords, the Hierophant, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Eight of Cups, lots of cups. We have the Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. So let's see what wants to be said. Yeah, get this here. So in order to balance and come into that emotional fulfillment, which I love that these kind of look the same, staying neutral in the game, but you have these like the same turquoise on the outside and this purple brownish maroon color, just staying in that earth space, in that heart space, in that neutral space. So you're not getting overwhelmed, I'm hearing. So that it's almost, yeah, it's so that you don't get overwhelmed with the energy. So you don't let the heightened energies of excitement, of love, of anxious anticipation, and then also the low vibrations of fear and anxiety and uncertainty to just drain you. So staying in that neutral. So um, cutting out the things that are no longer serving, staying in that neutral space so you can cut out the things that are no longer serving your highest good, your highest purpose, because you're ready for a new contract. You're ready for that whatever traditional contract means for you, whether that's marriage, whether that's a new house, whether that's a new job, whether that's whatever on the 3D, but also I'm hearing on a divine connection, a divine contract, your soul contract. The karma of your soul contract is renewing. Yeah. And so take some time to reflect on what it is that you really want to cultivate, what really is emotionally fulfilling and balancing for you. You know, what brings you joy as that's underneath the Nine of Cups. Contemplate and reflect on what brings you that bliss, that emotional satisfaction and joy. Joy. You know, I remember my dad one time told me when I was younger, there's a difference between joy and bliss. No, there's a difference between joy and happiness. You know, happiness is fleeting, like this Five of Cups, right? Happiness comes with that's kind of tied to cause and effect, which means it's going to come and go, right? But joy is something that never is eternal. Joy is something that never dissipates, that never wavers. So finding that joy versus seeking or chasing after happiness is what will make your life more fulfilled. You know those random things that your parents say that you remember after like 25 years, like went over your head in one ear out the other, and then now all of a sudden it's like, wow, wise woman, wise mother, wise father, wise. Thank you. You know, I get it now. Um, you know what? That's why we just talk to our children, even if they're not listening. One day they're gonna pick it up. But we do have to, again, that we have the Five of Swords, Five of Cups, five, and then the Eight of Cups. So we have, as we are grieving through the losses of what it is that we are setting boundaries against, of what we're cutting out of our life, of what we are no longer allowing into our new contract, of our new timeline, what we're reflecting on is helping us figure out what to walk away from with that Eight of Cups. You know, this space of grief helps you be able to walk away from what is no longer emotionally serving you so that you can walk into your Ten of Cups, that complete fulfillment, that complete, you know, generational, eternal abundance and wealth, spiritual wealth, physical wealth, financial prosperity for generations to come. So listen, there's that Page of Swords here. Listen to that third eye. Listen to your soul's heart. Listen to your soul's desires. Listen to spirit, to divine, and your angels as they're guiding you because they have a message for you. They're saying, collective, you are being watched by your guides, by your angels, by your loved ones, your earth angels who've transcended from this earth plane. They are with you. They are helping you as the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant are above each other. It was like this, you know? They're helping you with, manifesting this beautiful new beginning, this beautiful Ten of Pentacles legacy, right? That's what your new contract is for with the Four Cup or with the Magician. That's what you're manifesting. Libra energy as well. You're manifesting. Magic is within you. It's okay to be magical. because spirit is with you. Look, it's like spirit's got his little what do they say when you're having too many spoons in the pot? I don't know if that's how you say it. But it's almost like divine. It's like spirit is stirring this cauldron of magic, of amazingness, right? Clearing the energy, refreshing that energy, putting this little spice, little razzle dazzle in your witch's brew. That's really beautiful, collective. Really beautiful. So let's see what spirit has to say, and then we'll go into our messages from Lemuria, our next step messages, our T formation. Close on out. This is a beautiful read, you guys. Thank you for co-creating this with me by being here on this channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. If you haven't done so already, feel free to give it a thumbs up, to hit that like button, to hit the notification bell if you would like to know whenever I do go live for my Teens for Tuesdays or energy check-ins or daily divines. I've been called to, for some reason, I was really drawn to some of my 21 day soul cleansing journeys from 2021, and on my Instagram page the other day. Here's that Hierophant card for the third time. Um, Last night actually, and I keep hearing it, so I'm thinking that my next daily divine. I think this is what Spirit is saying. My next daily divine series is going to be the 21 day soul cleansing journey. We had our all signs reading series. We had our um, chakra healing series, and now I think it's time to go ahead and do our 21 day soul cleansing. Yep, because we have awakening at the bottom. Because we're awakening, especially now that we're here in the mid of the year. The last one that I did was at the end of December, the end of 2023, and it moved into the very early days of 2024. And as we are truly like radically shifting, radically expanding into the second half of this year, Spirit is saying it's time. We're awakening, we're acknowledging, we're ready for another soul cleansing journey. So I said, Spirit, give me a second to breathe. Okay, that chakra healing series was intense and beautiful. Um, so let me just integrate that for a minute. So I'll let you know when the chakra healing or when the 21 day soul cleansing comes on, but it'll be soon, and I feel it. I feel it coming. So what I have in my hands right now for spirit is the nine of crystals and the two of crystals. Beautiful crystal energy. These are the pentacles. So crystals here are the gems, the most valuable gems of the earth, right? The nine of pentacles. Spirit is saying, I'm helping you come into your own stability, your own, yeah. The word fulfillment keeps coming through a million times today too. So there are words that just keep coming through. Your own fulfillment, your awakening, and I'm helping you harmonize and balance, right? The juggling of your your inner desires, of your inner fulfillment, of security. Hi, Tony. You guys, Tony has to go to the doctor because he went outside last night and came home, came back, and he has an owie right here. And I don't know if it's an infection or if he got attacked by something, but I'm gonna find that person or that thing. No, I'm just kidding. It might be an infection. I don't know. I don't know if it's an allergic reaction, but you guys talk about not letting the weight of the world, right, get overwhelming sometimes when you have responsibilities. If it's not my human son who needed me last week, or my own inner child, it's my fur baby, and he's so good. I gotta take care of him, but it's hard because he won't speak. And I was hearing spirit say this real fast is that cats are a lot like I was gonna say like Aries, like Aries people, right? You don't really want to admit that you are vulnerable or admit that you. I know for me, I guess I should speak on a personal experience, not for the collective of Aries, but for me, I recognize that I have a hard time being vulnerable and really actually speaking about myself. It's really easy for me to like channel from the collective, channel for the collective, channel from spirit, and to be able to, you know, internalize that and hear those messages back for me in private, right? If I'm going through something, I have a hard time reaching out for help. That's what I'm kind of seeing here with this masculine here, reaching out. This could also be another message for reaching out for help, for not being afraid to ask for help and not being afraid to offer your help as well. But that's kind of what I don't know. I just had to say that because our animals, our children, our externals are mirrors to what's also happening on an energetic level with ourselves. So when my cat is hurting, cats when they hurt, when they're in pain, no matter how long or even if they have broken bones, they don't they don't tell you that they're hurting. They don't whimper like dogs do, or they don't have obviously human language to say I'm hurting, mom. So what they do though is they hide. And so when I see that my cat's hiding behind the couch, or when they're excessively like licking themselves to try to heal their wounds, it's like that's kind of what we do. At least that's what I do, I should say. Sometimes it feels safer to lick my own wounds alone. So take this if it resonates. And it's harder for me. Sometimes it can be really hard to be vulnerable to ask for help when needed, even if it's just words of encouragement, even if it's just acknowledgement to not feel like I'm alone. And that is an Aries. I'm an as an Aries. The first of the zodiac is kind of like the big brother, big sister of the zodiac. So it's like I don't. Who do I ask to help? Kind of thing. Like the involuntary leader. Like I didn't really volunteer to like pave this path, but I guess I'm here though, so I guess I'm gonna do it, right? Kind of thing. And so I guess I don't know why I felt like I need to share that, but it just kind of that's something that I'm learning how to be more vulnerable to speak my truth on that in spaces. Mom needs to put some turmeric on it. Put some rub some dirt in it. Rub some dirt in that wound. No, I know what you mean. Turmeric is very helpful with inflammation, with healing. You're right, though. I forgot. I was like, what am I missing to put? Maybe I can put some in this food or something like that. So, anyway, let's go back to the message from Spirit. That was a little side note. What I see here. All right, we have the Five of Crystals again, the Five of Pentacles. We have Strength again. We have the Tower and the Eight of Cups again. So we have a lot of confirmation for how the collective is feeling. So with this with this energy here, let me go ahead and sit with it. I was just looking at the time. Okay. So No more side stories, so I don't make this a super long read. Yeah, the five of crystals. That is, we actually haven't had the five of pentacles here. So, but we have the five of cups and the five of swords. So, I mean, fives are change. So you might be seeing 555. Um, five is of change, of shifting, and that's where we're at halfway through the year. You know, the ten is completion, so five is halfway there. So our jobs might be shifting, our pentacles, our stability, our income, our avenues, whatever it is that is shifting. The five of pentacles also indicates, being kind of left out, also indicates being kind of um, excluded, exiled, casted out. If you feel from from a company, from a community, is what I'm hearing from maybe if your relationship just ended and it's shifting, right? You're shifting from relationship to single. If you're shifting from single to relationship, whatever the case is, that's shifting. That might be feeling like it's real. It's what's the word? Whatever might be feeling is of release, or whatever might be feeling is of just kind of taking away from. Know that you have the strength. You have the strength card with it. The strength is within you. Spirit is giving you the strength to go get through this transition period, to get through this shift, this um yeah, this shift, paradigm shift, whatever the case is for you, spirit is with you. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just realized there's a cat in this moon. Can you see it? Hold on, let me show YouTube over here. Can you see that cat in the moon? As we're just talking about my cat. Let me see it Instagram so you can see it over there. And then there's a wolf underneath that. And I think that's a leopard. I don't know, I can't see the others. So really interesting that animals are in these crystals right here, are in these moons. So the moons are about your emotional intuition, and this here you have that big moon behind this body of water. So this full moon is really about tapping into the animalistic, primitive, not survival. I think we're moving out of just like survival, but I mean I mean animalistic in the sense of presence, of being just present in the moment is what I'm hearing, right? Like this strength card here, where he's just like present, happy, luscious, just in love. Here comes Tony. I hope he doesn't knock this over. Tony, please don't knock it over. I know that's you. You love this spot. Okay. Thank you. Gonna share the spot. Okay. He says, I'll share the platform with you, Mom. I know. I love you, baby. I'm also hearing like just being nurturing, like nurturing the way you would be nurturing with your sick child or sick pet, with yourself as well, because you are going through some extreme. Look at that tower, an eight of cups. Spirit is saying, I'm with you. I am gonna have to shake some shit up though, because you are exiting the matrix. You are leaving the toxic karmic cycles, binds, curses behind. You are shifting out of that egocentric 3D space, and you are rising to the spiritual 5D perspective, and then also being able to bring that down to the 3D, which means you're going to have to walk away. You're going to have some big tower moments, some catastrophes. That's that Five of Pentacles energy. But that's why Spirit is here bringing you strength, because it's all for this awakening that's occurring. Really beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, so that you can tap into the Page of Cups, the innocent, pure love within you. You are a messenger of love. The Ace of Swords underneath that, divine clarity. Spirit is helping with bringing you clarity so that you can really harmonize and balance this Nine of Crystals, this self fulfillment, so you can not have to. I'm hearing independence, right? Independence, so that you can then move into interdependence. So you can move into interdependence and celebration and partnership. But first, you have to be independent with yourself so that you're not codependent, you're not relying on other people to make you happy, you're not relying on other people to make you feel love, that you can give that love to yourself because there is a lot of healing, a lot of grieving right now, so that we can move, so we can release this weight, this burden of responsibilities that are not ours to carry. Walking away, Spirit is helping us walk away from all of this that we talked about today, and it is bringing great epiphany, and it can feel like a break. Oh, I'm hearing the tower moment, right? You have the sun and the moon, right? It can feel like, and these lightning bolts, like you're on fire, like your brain. It can feel like your brain is exploding, like your spirit, everything inside of you, every fiber of your being is exploding. It can feel like you're dying because, in a sense, a part of you, the part of you that is not you, right? The ego, well, I'm not going to say the ego is not a part of you, but the part of you that is not the truth of you. The ego is, the low vibrational ego is that comes from lack, that comes from fear, is so strong and loud because its goal is to, it's to protect you, right? This is what the matrix says you have to do and be in order to be successful and validated and acceptable. And if you're not those things, you will be casted out, you'll be shunned, you'll be exiled, you'll be unwanted, unworthy. So we carry this weight. We give and we give, even if we're not receiving much back. But in reality, all we really want is to live in our truth, in our highest, strongest, fullest self, in abundance, in prosperity. And we can, Spirit says, we can, because I have the strength for you to awaken to the truth of who you are. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So quickly as we go, what does Lemuria, shift on to Lemuria? Do you have anything that you would like to share, Lemuria? Beautiful galactic Lemurian Mermaid Council. Thank you. Earth. As we weave into Earth, as we integrate into Earth, when we talk about that Earth Star Chakra, there's that color brown coming through, right? On Earth as it is in heaven as it is on Earth, as above, so below. We are raising, we are merging and bringing the 3D and the 5D into one on this Earth, integrating the beautiful highlights and extravagancies of the highest frequencies of love on Earth. So nurture nature. Sorry, my camera's not wanting to focus these days. Having a hard time focusing. Nurturing nature. Number 14. So perhaps, since the last 14 years, how have you grown? How have you flourished? How have you nurtured the natural the natural version of you? How have you allowed the beautiful beautiful cycles of earth to penetrate through. And Lemuria says, Mama Gaia, Mama Gaia is nurturing you. Beautiful. So if you, I'm seeing gardens for some, if you have a garden, water down here with all the molecules and the DNAs and the really cool, it's a really cool picture. I wish you could really see it. The rainbow colors, you're transcending. That's from the Earth Star to the Soul Star. See that YouTube, and then we'll bring it over here for Instagram. That's so beautiful. How how is nature nurturing you from the plants to the animals of presence, of trust, trusting in divine. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Watch that be our T formation for tonight. Bottom of the deck, because we're coming home. We're coming home to our true, beautiful self. Yes, the next steps that we can take with us on this beautiful journey, on this awakening. Look at that. Enjoying heaven on earth. I can't make it up, you guys. Enjoying heaven on earth. Be impeccable with your word, the very first agreement. Impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom, success, and abundance. You can attain the kingdom of heaven from this one agreement. Be impeccable with your word. And there's the rainbow. Yes. It looks just, look at this, y'all. If that's not like exactly what we just talked about, what Lemuria is talking about, what Lemuria is making sure that we recognize that we are integrating heaven on earth. Wow, really beautiful. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you for co-creating with me, everyone who is still here. If you're tuning in, if you're hanging out, if you're vibing, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, I appreciate you because we are co-creators together on this journey. We are on this road to conscious love together. We are healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind. And I'm just so grateful and appreciative of you, of your presence, of your being here, of your input, of your grace, of your advice. Thank you, Mama Dia. I gotta put that turmeric on it. And let's see what our T formations have to say to close out. Bottom of the deck for the four agreements was always do your best. Do your best because you want to. Do your best because you want to, not because you have to. Okay? Because you want to, not because you have to. Your actions prove your greatness. Your actions prove your greatness. What do we want to act on? I see the Eight of Cups twice here with Spirit and Collective 8-8. You might be seeing 5-5-5, 10-10-10. Beautifuls. Got 9 nines, 9 of crystals, and 9 of cups. What actions? Your actions prove. What actions are you taking? But you know what? I also just heard you do not have to prove. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Your actions will prove your greatness. Just do and be who you are authentically as you are. And the world will see that, and it doesn't even matter what they care, what they do. Oh wow, interesting. This one just says it's from the, it doesn't even have, all it says is activating your purpose. Activating purpose. I like that. Activating purpose. That's right. That's where we're at right now. Activating purpose. I'm going to put that on the awakening card. Yes, ma'am. Be fearless and know that all will be provided at the right time. Nature does not hurry yet. Everything is accomplished. Be fearless and know that all will be provided at the right time. I'm going to put that on the Magician and the Ace of Wands. The plants have enough spirit to transform. I'm putting that on Earth, of course. Okay, second to last here. Know that you are a child of the universe. You guys, that was sweet. I almost like, I don't even know. You are a child of the universe. I'm going to put that here on enjoying heaven on earth and earth. You are a child of earth, of the universe. Yes. I love that we have so many cards repeating strength, Hierophant. And here's our final T formation of the night. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much for enjoying this unfolding of the energy. And so we can understand a little bit more that we're not exploding, we're not crazy, we're just awakening and activating our purpose. Yeah, that's all. Mm. So for the final message of our T formation, of our T and tarot, give to others and give to yourself the same attention. Oshe. That's Nine of Cups. Give to yourself and give to others the same attention. Also reminding us about the Six of Pentacles. Okay, make sure that there's an equal give and take. Make sure that there's equal give and receive so that you can have equal excitement and celebration and union. I also feel this with the Strength card too, right? Being gentle with yourself as you would with others. What did I heard that earlier. I don't remember what it was. I think it was when I was saying some messages, but being gentle with yourself as you would with your child, with your cat, with your dog, with your friend. We hear that a lot. That's what we need to do tonight, today, this week. Give to yourself the same attention that you would give others. That's also perfect for the temperance, which is right up there with the Nine of Cups, too. So, yeah, it's really beautiful. I cannot wait to share this message on the Daily Divine Message tomorrow as we look at the cards directly and see the unfolding and the overall energies that we unfolded together tonight. It is definitely a shorter, a shorter message because again, there's not as much interacting and we're not talking. You're not seeing my face, but it's still great to be able to see the cards and kind of see how the messages might show up for you a second time around. Maybe some messages you might have missed this time, and then also how the pictures might be able to give you some additional messages too. So if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you can be posted whenever I do, or notified whenever I do post any of my videos. And if you liked this message, go ahead and please give this video a thumbs up. And that way we can share and spread the energy for the algorithm of YouTube and Instagram sake, so more people can be notified and know about this kind of message. Um, and maybe it'll help them on their journey as well. So thank you so much, everyone. You're beautiful. Until next time, the light within me honors, appreciates, values, cherishes the light within you. Namaste. Peace and love.